This is my kindergarten report card. I went to Sir Arthur Currie School. He's a hero of World War One, although there's currently a debate about whether he was a hero or a thug. Anyhow, this was when we were living on Prince Edward Drive on Montreal Island. Ratings generally seems to be okay, but apparently I lack originality in art and handwork. By 1957, we'd moved from Montreal Island to the south shore of the St. Lawrence, Praieville, St. Lambert. Apparently, I was assigned to a vacation school and successfully got the certificate. Grade 1 report card. All in all, my grades were pretty ho-hum. Grade 2 report card. Another grade 2 report card, this one from Victoria Park School. That would be in St. Lambert. Clearly, I got a pass. I'm working hard, but need to work a little harder on my arithmetic combinations. Grade 3 report card. The left-hand page, right column, shows stunning numbers. If I'm to take them to be percentage grades, I was doing a stellar job. I got promoted. Grade 4 report card. This grade 4 report card starts in 1959. We'd moved to Toronto. We were living in a rental house on Kipling Avenue, and I was going to Westway Public School, which is located south of Dixon Road, east of Kipling, in Etobicoke, or what was then Etobicoke. Looks like I was, again, doing stellar work. Grade 5 report card, again at Westway Public School. My good grades were well earned, but apparently I was slipping in some subjects. (1961 to 6). This would be great. So in this grade 5 spring report card, my final spring marks were all A's, B's, and 1 C's in art. Apparently I'm a poor artist. She does mention I'm working well with groups and so forth and so on. By grade 6, we'd moved from the rental house on Kipling Avenue to 26 Grove Tree Road in northern Etobicoke, an area called Thistletown, also aka Rexdale. We lived in an odd area. It was a cul-de-sac that emerged from Kipling Avenue, goes up a hill called Sand Hill Road to connect with Grove Tree, and it branched out eventually into 2 arms. They were all executive homes, very high end at the time, not like the Bridle Path or something, but just of that nature, sort of executive homes. This is my grade 6 report card from Albion Gardens Public School. It looks okay, mix of A's, B's, and C's in effort and achievement, but in desirable habits, I was a Heisman Trophy winner. Grade 7 was spent at Thistletown Middle School, or Senior Public School, which was located on Albion Road, south side of Albion Road, east of Islington. Back in the day, high school was set up differently than I think it is today. You could, going into grade 9, you could pick a stream. You could go into science and technology, which might be a 2-year course or a 4-year course or even a 4-year course. That's the top end. Or you could go into business and commerce, which again would be a 2-year drill or a 4-year drill, or you could go into the third, which was the big one, the arts and I don't know, leisure category, and that you took 5 years. You had to go to grade 13 to get your diploma. I started off in business and commerce, thinking it would teach me about business, but it turned out to drill you on how to become a secretary, which was actually worked out really well because one of the big courses was learning how to type using the QWERTY keyboard. And as you can't read this, but I think I got 32 words a minute while maintaining 98% accuracy, and that skill was a valuable one in years to come. So my grade 10 report card ends up with an average of 69.3%. Amazing how they get down to those decimal points. Again, pretty mediocre, but in French I got 42, so I guess that's called a failure. And in history I got 90, so there are glimmers of hope. My grade 11 report card shows some glimmers of light. In history I got an 84, in math I got an 80. French was a dog at 52. The mathematics teacher was Mr. Doug Kilner. I came to work with him years later when our paths crossed. He was no longer a teacher. He was the vice president of Orlando Corporation, a big developer of industrial and commercial lands in Mississauga and elsewhere at the time. Grade 12 report card. Once again, French is a dog. Fortunately, I didn't have to take it in grade 13. And everything else is pretty mediocre except architectural drafting. I got an 85. Commercial art, 64. To get admitted to university back in the day, everyone had to write Scholastic Aptitude Test, SAT, that Ontario puts together. I got 95. I was in the 95th percentile on verbal, whatever that is, and 74 on mathematical skills.